Media Group.
13 has been my lucky number for a while. Like, it's always a sign of good things to come for me.
This is 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast, breaking down every song, every Easter egg, every era, and every theory. Hosted by the biggest Swifties, Nick Adams, Anna Szabo, Amy Nichols, and Lacey G.
Welcome to 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. My name's Nick Adams.
Oh my God. I was waiting for I'm Anna.
Amy. And I'm Lacey G.
Sorry, we're like now that Lacey's sitting over here now, I'm kind of not okay, I'm so sorry.
We can
I'm a little
change it.
scatterbrained.
No, we can change it.
Why
Yes,
are you
we have-
scatterbrained? What do you have going on, Anna?
Nothing
You can tell people what you're doing. This won't post until after your fun event today.
I guess this is true. This will post after the fact. In real time when we were recording this, my life as a professional fangirl, I'm here recording our Taylor Swift podcast this morning, and then I have to leave in about an hour to go host an event with Joe Jonas. I texted everybody yesterday, and I was like, hey, so bad news, I'm going to have to leave recording earlier than usual. Good news, I'm going to be with one of Taylor's exes.
And you've always been a big fan.
Oh, yes, Jonas Brothers. Jonas Brothers was probably like my original true fan girl. Like, I would stalk them outside of radio stations. I went to I would camp out, Camp Rock. I would camp out like hours and hours and hours before the concert started so that I could be front row. Absolutely crazy. And then back in 2008, 2009, the Taylor Swift, Joe Jonas lore, the back and forth, the forever and always, the better than revenge of it all. Like, I was so deep into that. And so today, going from my Taylor Swift podcast to an event with Joe Jonas, I'm like, I manifested this in some sort of way.
You did.
When I was a kid. So yeah, so I'm a little scatterbrained. I also was thinking, I was like, what do I wear for a day that I'm going to talk to about Taylor Swift and then go talk to Joe Jonas?
Well, currently you're wearing a Taylor's version sweatshirt.
I am wearing a Taylor's version sweatshirt currently, but I have a change of clothes in my car. I'm going to just take off the Taylor's version, put on the Jonas Brothers. So I'm a little scatterbrained. I do apologize.
No worries.
Here's how you know that Anna is just a massive Taylor Swift fan to her core. Like we said, she loves the Jonas Brothers.
Yes.
One of the other bands that she absolutely loves is the 1975. Somehow, every band that Anna loves, they end up crossing paths with Taylor Swift in some way.
It's because Taylor and I are also somehow connected in some deep spiritual level. But I have chosen to separate Maddie Healy from the 1975, just in general.
Sure, I get it.
I separate those two entities. But the Jonas Brothers that's different. that's next level. But anyway, we're here to talk about Taylor Swift.
We are here to talk about Taylor Swift, and we have a couple fun things on the menu for this podcast. Now, before we get to the main thing, which is going to be Lacey's punishment.
Yay!
For the Eras Tour Song Challenge, Lacey is finally going to pay off that punishment, and we're excited to hear it. But before we do that, we are going to bring in our summer intern, Saahir.
Welcome back!
And the last time you were here, Saahir, first of all, a lot of props on the social. People love you.
Absolutely.
And I got to say, I absolutely love your voice.
Yeah.
Your voice is so good. It's calming. It's nice to listen to.
I think I told him that.
Confident.
I think I told him that last time. I was like, you could record for the Calm app.
But last time you were here, you had talked about maybe bringing us some goodies.
I did.
And what did you bring today?
So today, y'all already have in your hands, I decided on my way over here that I was going to start calling them the Lavender Haze Lattes.
Yes!
Because
Love
they
it.
do have lavender in them. And then also, I was going to do this as a bit. And I was going to say, I'm so hungry. I could eat. And instead of looking through the followers of the 13 account, instead,
Oh my God.
I could eat some chai sugar cookies.
Yay!
That's so amazing.
Yeah, because you said that you have perfected Taylor Swift's chai cookie recipe, right?
I would like to think so. These are admittedly not my best work, but I do think they are a good first intro to the cookie.
Sure.
I can't wait.
I don't think I've ever had anything chai.
Really?
I don't
Amy,
think
you
so.
never
I don't
had
think
chai
I-
latte or chai tea?
I don't think so. I've never done a chai.
I have
So I'm
chai
interested.
every day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
What is
Yeah.
chai? Is it a tea?
It's a spice.
Yeah, it's like a South Asian tea. So for us in a South Asian household, my grandpa, I'm making him chai every day. We make it, my mom makes it before she leaves for work in the mornings. And then at like 5 p.m. on the dot. We make it for him for his like afternoon tea. And it's really funny because like obviously it's been so like now revolutionized by like the Starbucks and all the big coffee shops. But a fun fact, it's not like if you're saying chai tea, you're just saying tea twice. Because chai is actually just tea in Hindi. So it's like,
Okay, I love that.
and then, yeah. So we have chai very plentifully at our house.
And Taylor Swift has said that she makes chai tea cookies, right? Isn't that where it comes from?
Yes,
Chai-
chai sugar cookies.
Yes.
I
Chai
believe.
sugar cookie. So what are the cookies that you made? They're
Yeah.
chai.
They're her recipe. They're chai sugar cookies. She really likes doing like rolling them in cinnamon sugar, which is so good. They're great now. It's summer, but in the fall,
Next
these
level.
hit so hard.
Because
They're
that's
so
when she
good.
originally posted it, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, so as we are going to pass that cookie bucket around and take some cookies, what is in the lavender
Latte.
latte that you brought us in a
Um,
very adorable cup with our logo on
I
it
know our logo's on it. So cute.
and our names?
It's just oat milk espresso. I use the Oatly pods from Nespresso with some homemade lavender syrup that I just made a couple days ago.
It's really good.
Thank you.
Thank you for this.
Of course.
Wonderful.
And we get to sit back and enjoy these treats while Lacey does her punishment.
Yo-
So,
Wow.
Yeah, I need a refresher.
yes.
I do a lot of talking. So here is the Eras Tour through my eyes. I'm so nervous to do this period because how do you put the Eras Tour into words? And then it's all about our experience. And like, that's not the Eras Tour for everybody. But
So what was so just for a little context, when we were playing Eras Tour, when the Eras Tour was going on, we had a game going on the podcast about the surprise songs, right? And through different legs of the tour, we played the game differently. We tried to guess what surprise songs Taylor was going to do at each show. And we, of course, naturally made it competitive.
Yeah.
And we would keep score. And at first, the first leg that we did it, we kept score just for like shits and gigs. Like it was so fun. The second time around, we were like, no, but there needs to be some sort of punishment.
Yeah, we're not rewarding the winner. We
pu-
don't care who knows Taylor
wins.
Swift the best.
We need to punish the loser.
Punishment.
And I believe the first time around, Nick lost, and you had to do like a Christmas special of some
I think
sort.
I just had to do like my own solo
13-minute episode.
solo episode. That's what it
Yeah.
was. And then the next go around, we played as teams. And Nick and I won, but Amy and Lacey lost. But your punishment there had to do something with Reputation Taylor's version.
Yeah, isn't it? Y'all cannot listen to Reputation Taylor's version until
the vault
tracks.
until Anna and I listen to the vault
Yes.
tracks.
Yeah,
So
we
you
had-
have to wait.
And thank you for that reminder because I had forgotten.
Well, it's been a while because at that point we thought Reputation was going to be announced like that Friday.
Yeah.
Shocker. And then for the last leg, we were back to playing individually, I believe, because Lacey's the only loser. But so what was the punishment that you had to do now?
Well, this is the one where we each came up with the punishment, put it in an
Yes,
envelope,
yes.
and then
And then the winner
the winner
chose.
got to choose an envelope at random or whoever's
Yeah.
punishment it was, and then we opened the envelopes to see what the punishments were. So we were competing without knowing
What the
our
punishment-
would be, which
Yeah.
was a great idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun.
And
so
then
I was trying to be funny and write a manuscript and have something super long. Oh, it's so funny. It's so funny. No one's going to pick this. And then Amy won. Amy got to pick the punishment.
You were writing the punishment for so
I
long.
know.
I was so curious on what it was. That's the only reason why I picked it is because I was like, what is it?
Yeah, your like curiosity got the best
Yeah.
of you.
so Lacey's going to be doing her own punishment for
well,
this
so
episode.
this is what
this is it.
wrote down, and Amy chose blindly this punishment for me. I said, so the longest cheer for champagne problems is nearly 8 minutes, according to AI. I think the loser needs to deliver an 8-minute farewell speech or commencement speech like Dr. Taylor Allison Swift did to the end of an era, the Eras Tour. Describe the emotional impact that this tour has had to you and fans. Feel free to use as many Taylor Swift quotes and lyrics. Good luck.
I love
That's a good
it.
one.
That is a good one.
I like it.
Yeah, so I need all the good luck. So let's go. The Eras Tour Through My Eyes, a personal manuscript by Lacey G. So let's.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Mental health awareness is growing, but there's still progress to be made. Did you know that 26% of Americans who participated in a recent survey said that they avoided seeking mental health support due to the fear of judgment? And when people hesitate to get help, it doesn't just affect them, it impacts families, workplaces, and entire communities. So this Mental Health Awareness Month, let's encourage everyone to take care of their well-being and break the stigma, because the world is better when people are healthy and happy.
And look, if you are part of that group of people who are a little skeptical or weary or afraid to jump into the world of therapy and improving your mental health, check out BetterHelp, because they make it so easy and convenient, and you can get therapy on your schedule. You don't have to go to a doctor's office. You don't have to drive across town or spend a whole day making all these plans to get your mental health on. You can do this online in the comfort of your own home. BetterHelp has over 10 years of experience of matching people with the right therapist from their diverse network of more than 30,000 licensed therapists with a wide range of specialties. BetterHelp is fully online, making therapy affordable and convenient, and they serve over 5 million people worldwide.
We're all better with help. Visit betterhelp.com/Taylor Swift fan to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Taylor Swift fan.
So let's reminisce and honor the good old days back when our weekends involved grainy live streams and glitter on the floor after the party. But first, I want to know...
If you happen to have about 10 minutes to spare.
At the start of 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast, we didn't know how the world was going to look moving forward. COVID, also, this is not timed. It's going to be a lot longer. It's just rambling.
Hey, you do you.
Rambling.
You do you.
COVID had changed everything we'd ever known. And even though Taylor Swift single-handedly saved us from the pandemic with the sister albums Folklore and Evermore, she was unable to save Loverfest. We imagined what a Taylor Swift concert would look like back when we could still play music clips on this podcast. Half of us did anyway. You can still hear Nick and Lacey's perfect concert. Anna and Amy, waiting.
You know, maybe after Evermore.
Time for a payoff. When we got the Midnight's announcement, do y'all remember how insane of a rollout that was? Taylor Swift said, "Meet me at midnight," and we said, "Yes, mother." Lyrics from new albums were popping up worldwide in the middle of the night. We woke up to watch Midnight Mayhem with me. It was a fun time and the most insane album rollout experience I've ever been a part of. We were hopeful that a concert would come, but never in our wildest dreams would we expect what was to come after Taylor Swift made this announcement on November 11th, 2022.
I'm going back on tour.
But what does that mean? Now we know that we have an Eras tour, but we were all left to wonder for a while, and that gave me enough time to learn how to say era and not errors. Ticketmaster, in the meantime, was learning the opposite word, error. They were the foolish ones, and in their defense, they had none, telling Taylor that they could handle her demand. On November 15th, the day of the pre-sale, Ticketmaster's website crashed following, quote, historically unprecedented demand with millions showing up, halting the pre-sale. I was there. It was rare. I remember it all too well. Taylor Swift does too, and that's why it's on the 2025 bingo board that she will start selling her own ticket. She will come up with her own ticket selling platform. I think that's going to happen. That'd be
Great.
We had no idea the magnitude and the magic, madness, heaven, and sin that awaited us. Anna got to go to Glendale night 3, right?
Two.
Night
two.
I'm
Okay.
so glad I was able to answer that for you.
That's like true Swiftie friendship. Oh my God.
She was in attendance from the beginning. Her secret songs were This Is Me Trying and Say to Grace. Or
Correct.
did I? Okay. Anna kept all the secrets to herself. We had another show to go to. Finally, it was our time. It was also Amy's husband, Josh's birthday, but we didn't care. Not this year. It was daytime. I remember I put on my makeup so early that day, like a face full of makeup, a lot of makeup, because we had a pre-party and Eras tour. I mean, I was full faced at like 7 a.m. Not a lot of clothes though, because I'm me, but my Eras tour outfit was really cute.
It was.
That's why I wore it last week. Metal stars, just like she gets in her merch. But that day wasn't about me. It was about being with my favorite Swifties and seeing a concert that we didn't know would consume our life, thoughts, and weekends for nearly 2 years. But first, let's party. We had an Eras Tour pre-party at Live by Lowe's. Sold out party, by the way. Met a lot of friends, and a lot of friends were made there. Kelly traveled all the way from Wisconsin and bought her ticket to our party before she even got a ticket to the Eras Tour.
That's amazing.
We went to our party blind. We had absolutely no idea what would take place at the Eras Tour, but we played games and gave away a pair of tickets to the Eras Tour. Monica did a great job with our games and won them. We even sung Happy Birthday to Josh. We did remember him at some point.
We did.
Yeah. He was a good sport, and it was his birthday after all. And then it happened, or so I thought it was happening. At the end of our pre-party, we got called up to the front. I grabbed Anna's hand. I said, is it happening? No, COVID and new procedures blocked us from being able to meet Taylor Swift. I did think for that moment that we were about to go meet Taylor Swift. Instead, Tree Payne, bless her, gave us tickets for the next day. Going into the stadium was like a state of grace like no other. Glitter, fringe, outfits from every era. Some, Anna, even wore a back brace that wasn't for fashion.
I forgot about that.
We exchanged friendship bracelets. Got special ones that were made just for us. I know Nick got one that said, "A little vulgar." We watched the behind-the-scenes Bejeweled music video. We heard the applause. We heard "You Don't Own Me." And that oddly shaped clock started ticking down. It was go time. We guessed for years, what would the first song be? Never, ever did we expect for it to be Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince. But how fitting. It's been a long time coming, but Anna knew the drill, so she was ready with her phone when we crossed the first bridge, when we heard Cruel Summer live for the first time ever. That was our favorite song. That was such a special moment for all of us to sing it together. And then we saw the Lover House fall down. I was horror-stricken when I realized that we were out of the Lover era and in high school. And I hadn't heard Death by a Thousand Cuts. I mentioned it to Amy. Like, we have to hear that live. And I think Taylor Swift herself heard me. We went through the eras. I remember looking at Amy again and asking, what is this song? It was Marjorie. Not sure I know all the words from that one still, but beautiful. We were all eyes and ears as she talked about her babies during her champagne problem speech. Then we arrived at the acoustic section. First time we had heard of that. And Taylor Swift explained that she was performing a different song every night to challenge herself. That's when we got Death by a Thousand Cuts twice. She did the bridge. Yes, it was incredible. And then we got Clean. And then dive into the stage and we were in Midnights. I, being the baddie that I am, seeking vengeance always in the best way, really wanted to hear Vigilante Shit. That is my song. I really hope it's on the set list. I was not prepared for that first viewing of Vigilante Shit, watching with Nick Adams as he clutched his pearls and declared that was, in fact, vulgar. We watched enthralled all throughout Midnights till the very end, and we got Karma, the bow, the confetti. The night was over, aside from stopping back by Lowe's while the traffic died down. But we had tickets to the next show. Sure, I had tickets at Bass Hall for some play, but Taylor Swift's publicist gave us tickets, and I think she kind of likes us, and, we're going to show up tomorrow and see what happens. Sunday, better known as Night 3 in Arlington, was another Eras Tour experience with my friends. I went for a Vigilante Shit look. At least that's how I viewed it in my head before seeing that performance. I think some of the funniest videos I saw was people seeing that performance for the first time ever. Like, specifically whenever little kids would be like, "Ooh, I love it whenever mother becomes a mommy."
Oh, my God.
I just knew upon the first sighting of that 22 hat that we would get it. I'm going to get the hat. I'm going to get the hat, y'all. We were gifted tickets to the show by Tree Payne, and that hat would be ours. As we were ushered to our seats, right smack dab in the middle of the floor, I just hoped that they gave us enough warning time so we could move from the middle of our seats to be at the front of the stage and get the hat. But don't worry, it never happened. I'm still waiting for that to happen. The red era came. I had a sneaking suspicion that the hat was not going to go to me. It did not. It went to Jammin' Jay in Arlington that night. But we did have 10 minutes to spare for our second ever time to hear All Too Well 10-minute version. And we were blessed with Jump Then Fall and The Lucky One as our surprise songs. And that was the final time I got to see the Eras Tour with all of my friends, but not the final time I would get to go. The Eras Tour became the thing to do every single weekend, thanks to grainy live streams by Tess, games like Mastermind with Swift Alert. I would be a regular person on the weekends, but I had to stop and check the live stream. What is she doing? What will be announced? Taylor's life changed during the Eras tour. We got word of a breakup. Didn't believe it when it was announced. We were in the middle of breaking down the Midnights album. We wouldn't feed into those rumors, but Taylor was out and about, seen in New York, and she wasn't hiding. She was making a statement. We had recorded The Great War with our friend Pippa from London and teased that episode. Had it on the back burner because we kept getting breaking news and episodes would get pushed back. By the time we released it, in typical 13 fashion, it was very outdated. But we had a special guest on it, and it was important to release it anyway. Things kept happening at the Eras tour. We got Speak Now, Taylor's version, 1989 TV, music videos, Karma remixed with Ice Spice and I Can See You. We got to see Taylor Lautner do a flip on the stage. Joey King there as well from
Iconic.
the Mean music video. The Eras tour movie. Remember when that was announced and Taylor cut out the middleman and went directly to, I don't know if it was Cinemark or I think so. Anyway,
Boss lady.
Yeah, she's such a baddie. Remember the first time that Taylor Swift did a mashup during the acoustic section? That was in Buenos Aires. Taylor Swift declared rules were off. She is no longer only performing songs she hasn't done before. She's doing what she wants. It was the first time we got to hear the mashup of Is It Over Now and Out of the Woods.
That's a good trivia question.
Yeah.
Remember when she returned to the Eras tour after a brief hiatus and Tortured Poets album release? Just celebrated the 1-year anniversary of that. She went to Paris. We were recording that day. Is anything going to happen? I don't even know what episode we were recording, but we were talking the Eras tour the whole time. Oh, she just said Tortured Poets Department. Oh, Archer's off the playlist, off the set list. What does this mean? Is anything going to change? Then the Eras tour started, and we heard the Tortured Poets Department added at the beginning. Songs were removed from the set list. Whole nother era was added. The first look at the Tortured Poets Department. The first look at Who's Afraid of Little Ol' Me and The Smallest Man. That marching band. The note changes. Try and come for my job. And our party at Grandscape, our biggest party to date. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
Remember when she performed Glitch and we lost it? She had not performed Glitch. And then she was like, what does that mean? Now she's doing Glitch. She did Glitch, Haunted, and Wonderland. She's haunted by Wonderland. Taylor Swift, I don't know what you're saying. I think I know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying. Those song mashups were everything. Mary's song, So High School, Everything Has Changed.
Iconic.
The Prophecy and This Love. I Think He Knows. He's Gorgeous. Remember when we didn't get I Did Something Bad, but we knew the day that song was played, Rep TV would be announced. I was in London with Pippa and Mary, attending my first ever show at Wembley Stadium. Taylor Swift sold out 8 days at that stadium. I can't remember what night I went to. It was a Saturday. I showed up. We had standing room only tickets to the left side of the stage. It was the closest I had ever been. I was up front for TTPD, but still overlooked for the 22 hat. I was in good company, though. Nikki King, Sammy Sweetheart, JoJo and Casey, Alex Day. A lot of credible Swifties were there. None of them got it either. Went to some dang kid. We held our breaths for the secret song section. What was up Taylor's sleeve? Then she started to play it. I can safely say that my podcast partners were like, dang, this beat is getting the announcement. When I Did Something Bad, no announcement was made. but we all thought, I know y'all were thinking that.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all were
100%.
like, that's,
Oh, yeah.
that's stupid. Like
I was freaking out. Nothing would have made more sense than you being there.
yeah, but it didn't happen. We're actually still waiting on Rep TV. But
As of now.
no
As of recording.
No announcement was made, but she did play My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys in Coney Island. Yes, that was a nod to me, to us, as we had just broken down My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys. And I've been on record saying Coney Island is one of my favorites. Just go look at the 13podcast.net. It's there. I'm a fan. And she serenaded me. It was like our own little private moment. At the end of the night, I got my only piece of confetti from the tour. Oh, you can't see it. I have purple confetti.
I see it.
But I have one piece of pink confetti. I chased it. I grabbed that confetti, took it. Love it. A friend offered me to get some floor confetti, but I said no. I needed the fresh stuff out of the air, and I caught one. It's in my phone case now. It's pink. One of my most cherished possessions. Many more grainy live streams, games, personal losses. Me, I suck at this game, and maybe at this speech too. Another party, this time at the Lowe South Beach Hotel. Man, that was fun. And our fanciest party by far. They took such good care of us, and we have a baddie bestie for life, Linda. If you ever go to Lowe South Beach, please tell her hello, and we miss her. And we need to catch up soon. Miami was an incredible experience. We got to meet and talk to Brian West, the official Taylor Swift reporter, big fan. Met up with lots of lobsters, including that sexy beast Izzy. Love that guy. But we weren't done with our Eras Tour experience. Anna and I had one more confirmed that we were going to. We went to New Orleans. We got to see the big friendship bracelet on the stadium. We got to stay with Alita and her wonderful family. And we got to go to what would end up being our final Eras Tour, although I was in denial. We got to see Gracie Abrams open. We got to cross that first bridge, A Cruel Summer, together, sing along to Champagne Problems. We got to the secret song set and had quite the surprise. Sabrina Carpenter joined her on stage, and we got to see another legend perform. I'm so grateful to Taylor Swift and the Eras Tour for becoming such a fun space for fans to geek out, dress up, sing along, exchange friendship bracelets. We weren't prepared for Taylor to announce on her 100th show that this was, in fact, coming to an end. But look at all what she did on this tour. And while we all feel this way that my friend Henny does on TikTok.
You know what I haven't been asked in a while? If I know the lyrics to this bridge, if I want to go back to high school with you, if I have 10 minutes to spare, and if I have time for one more song. I miss being asked that.
So true.
Why am I crying?
Yeah, same. And so we all feel that way, Henny. Now we wish Taylor Swift the absolute best while we wait for that next era that was teased in the Eras Tour book. 4 years into this podcast. Still no Rep TV, no debut, debutation. What is the next era? People want to know. I know. It's TS12, obviously, if you've been following along. Karma's coming, baby, so get ready. So, Amy, we have a while to go before we have to fulfill our next punishment because TS12 is going to be next. And that's what I have. That's my Eras Tour.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, that was such a beautiful walk down memory lane.
No, it's like, wow, so much happened in
So
2
much.
years.
Yeah.
And that brought up so many great memories,
I
Lacey.
know.
That was awesome.
Lacey, that was really wonderful.
Oh, thank
that really,
you.
really was.
I felt very rambling, and I don't know.
That was great.
It's so hard to put something that special
I
into
know.
words. And that's why I put this off for so long because I was like, I mean, one of my biggest regrets is whenever we did our own 10-minute version of All Too Well, and I refused to do it. I just took Taylor Swift lyrics and mashed it together because I was like, I can't compete with her. So it's just really intimidating.
No,
But
that was
You did great.
You did such a good job because not only did you highlight everything that Taylor did, but everything that this podcast went through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all the memories that we made. So like that was really, really beautiful to listen to.
because that was my best time was being with y'all. I mean, there's no one I'd rather see and speak Taylor Swift with ever, always. So, I mean, being able to go with y'all and having all these experiences together has just meant so much.
I agree. I was lucky to go to a handful of shows, but when people ask me like what my surprise songs were, I always say like Death by a Thousand Cuts and Clean. Like that's to me like that was the Eras Tours when we all went together.
Mm-hmm.
You know that I mean there's nothing more special than
It was
that.
so new. It was fresh.
Yeah.
So much was
Didn't
unknown.
know. Yeah. We managed to stay blind until we went to the Eras Tour. We had no idea.
We were lucky that we were towards the beginning.
Right. Yes.
So it was a little easier to stay off social media for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But man, could you imagine if you made that challenge to yourself, like I'm going to stay off social media, and you were halfway through the tour, midway through the tour, or something?
That would have been so
It'd be
hard.
impossible.
I would not have been able to do it. Like I just wouldn't. So I'm really glad that we were towards the beginning.
Yeah, that was so much fun. Now, Shannon on TikTok had this to say, and I absolutely love this idea, and we'll be implementing this into my life ASAP.
So whenever Bad Blood or I Can Do With a Broken Heart comes up on shuffle, whatever the 4 songs that play after that, those are like my surprise songs as mashups. So in case you were wondering what today's mashups or surprise songs I got today, They were Guilty as Sin mashed up with Sparks Fly, and then my second surprise song was a devastating combo of Sweet Nothing mashed up with It's Time to Go. If you're ever bored, highly recommend doing this. It's so much fun. I'm like on the edge of my seat.
I do love that. That's funny.
I love that so
Aw.
much. Yeah. And one more quick thing. There's is something I just saw on TikTok. It's Mastermind Australia, but they asked all these Taylor Swift questions to somebody, and I didn't mark out the answer. So just see if you can answer with them. Like we're not taking. I got most of them myself, but there were a couple that I was like, "Ooh, I didn't know that."
Okay. Are we saying it out loud?
Yeah, if you want
Okay.
to.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Taylor Swift made history in 2024 when which release made her the first artist to win the Album of the Year Grammy
Midnight.
4 times?
Midnight.
Correct. Co-written and produced by longtime collaborator Jack Antonoff, which song on the Midnight's album is a duet with Lana Del Rey?
So
Snow on the beach.
Snow on the beach.
Correct. Rumoured to be about Matt Healy, the title track of the Tortured Poets Department likens its subject to a tattooed dog of what breed?
Golden Retriever.
Golden Retriever.
Correct. Swift fell out with Big Machine Records and Scott Borchetta after he sold the masters of her albums to which talent manager?
Scooter Run.
Scooter Braun.
Correct. With a runtime of
Public
6
Enemy
minutes
number
45,
Yeah.
which track on Swift's 2010 third album, Speak Now, is the longest?
Dear John.
Dear John.
Dear John.
Correct. Swift began reclaiming her back catalogue by releasing the Taylor's version of 2 albums in 2021, Fearless and Which Other?
Red.
Correct. The music video for Look What You Made Me Do features a tombstone inscribed with the words, Here lies Taylor Swift's what?
Reputation.
Correct. During the pandemic, Swift wrote and recorded the Grammy-winning Folklore and which companion album that also
Evermore.
reached number 1?
Our
Evermore.
favorite.
Correct. Hours after releasing the Tortured Poets Department album, Swift added a second version subtitled The Anthology with how many extra tracks?
15.
Correct. Which US country
trying to do
singer
math
who
there.
collaborated on the Fearless and Red albums co-wrote Swift's debut song, Tim McGraw?
Wait, what's the question?
I missed the question. What? Liz Rose?
Liz Rose?
Yeah, I think so.
Chris Stapleton.
Liz Rose. Me and which other single from Swift's 7th studio album, Lover, peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot
The Archer?
100?
Down.
You need to calm down.
Correct. The music video for Swift's global hit Blank Space was filmed at a luxury estate and directed by which South Korean-American filmmaker?
Joseph Kahn.
Joseph Kahn.
Joseph Kahn.
Correct. In the 2024 single Fortnight, Swift and Post Malone sing about moving to which US state to buy the car you
Florida.
want?
Florida.
Correct. Swift's 2006 self-titled debut album produced 5 US top 40 singles, including which track listed at number 3 on the album?
Which album?
Love Story.
Teardrops on My Guitar.
I didn't know which album we were
Gabby.
I
talking
didn't hear
Yeah.
it.
You picked up 12 points.
I feel like I nailed that, to be honest.
I think you did too.
Yeah, she did great.
What a fun game.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
fun.
Wow, that was hard.
The music was kind of intimidating, like the background music.
I really wanted her to get 13 right.
Yeah.
Next
Y'all
time.
know it all. I didn't get Liz Rose and Kahn. For
No,
the,
Joseph Kahn?
Yeah,
Joseph Kahn,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He did
Those
a-
are
his
the two that I
name.
didn't get.
Joseph
good
Kahn did
amount.
a handful of her music videos, so
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
he's a safe bet when it comes to music videos, until she got to the point where she was directing her own.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one last thing, I have a voicemail here from a lobster who wants to know what is our plan moving forward, guys.
Great question.
Sounds like Lacey still hasn't uploaded that voicemail. And speaking of things that we're waiting on, I just want to know, is there a plan? Like, you just finished CPPD, amazing ending to an amazing album, but I really need something to look forward to. I listen to this podcast all the time on my way to IVF appointments, and I'm dying to know, are we finally going to address Evermore, my favorite album? I think we have a little bit of time before Miss Swift's whatever next project. I know we're all excited, but, you know, she teases things for a long time, so we have a little bit of time to get to it. So please, 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 please do Evermore next. I need it in my life. Also, I wanted to make a comment about the potential project she's working on. So this is a little bit of a sad story, but maybe a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. So I found a Swiftie on Facebook who was battling cancer, and she went to the Eras tour back in October in New Orleans. And she was there, and she posted pictures on Facebook, and she actually was being filmed and she asked what it was for, and the film crew said it was a top secret project. Unfortunately, this Swiftie has since passed away, and it's heartbreaking, but I'm hoping that we can see her in whatever era's movie story is up next, and so, yeah, I'm looking forward to that and her memory being honored. But, yeah, thank y'all for being such amazing podcasters. I love this podcast so much, and I love you all. Bye.
Oh, may she rest in peace.
Yeah, that would be great to see her on film.
Yeah.
See her on camera so her story can
absolutely
live on while
and maybe,
she's not with us.
Maybe at the pearly gates she got to ask what the secret project was for.
Yeah.
I know.
You know? So,
But
Ooh,
also,
and release order.
yeah, that's what I would want to know.
Yeah.
But she did present a great question. What are we doing?
What are we doing?
I have no idea.
And-
We're gonna have a on-air production meeting.
I will say, I do think, and Saahir, I'm so happy that you're here also, as I feel like you're kind of also the voice of the listener here. I feel like there is kind of mixed reactions. I feel like half of our listeners want us to jump into Evermore, and the other half want us to maybe just wait a little bit so we're not double, like, in case there's an announcement. I don't know. I personally am very 50-50.
Yeah, it's tough because, okay, let's say next week we start breaking down Evermore. But then 2 weeks later she announces surprise Reputation drop. Well, then, okay, then do we continue just once a week doing an Evermore song? And then it might be 3 months before we get to Reputation. Or do we rush through Evermore?
No,
we don't
never.
rush through it.
We don't want to rush through
But
it.
do we cut it short? Because we like to start an album and end an album. We don't like to break things up or anything like that. So I don't know if I want to do that. Or do we just wait for an unknown amount of time? I don't know what the best choice
Yeah,
is.
what's our cutoff time where we finally say, okay?
I don't know.
I think we're gonna have to. If not, we're just
jump
gonna
right
be
in.
wondering
Yeah.
what the crap we're doing for.
I will say the only thing that makes me hesitant is the whole trademark situation that's
Right.
going on.
That's what I was going to say.
Right? So, like, we know, like, it is public information about the trademark of Reputation Taylor's version and Taylor Swift Taylor's version. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe she has until August to use them somehow. Are you more familiar with this out here?
Yeah, I don't remember if we talked about it on camera or off, but we talked about it last time, that she has until August for both of them. This is her 5th and final extension that she can use before someone else can release Reputation Taylor's version and have that trademark. So she has until August to use them. By using them, she could just announce.
Mm-hmm.
So
she could be like, Reputation or Taylor Swift is coming May of 2026. Like, she could say that
Exactly.
hypothetically.
Yes.
Okay. So that's interesting. So I kind of feel like we have the summer in limbo before we maybe will actually have an answer. So a few of the messages that we have been receiving from listeners is that we could spend the summer basically doing the one-off songs, like songs from movie soundtracks, songs from collabs, even older ones like Two is Better Than One with like Boys Like Girls. You know, songs that aren't on actual standard albums that we wouldn't break down otherwise. We could do those later, but we could also kind of get into those
That's
now.
what I'm more leaning towards, personally. But I'm not going to call the shots.
I'm a nervous wreck seeing all these theories. Is anybody else on the 4th of July train?
I don't know this one.
I'm not familiar.
I know it's on a Friday.
Everything's lining up to what is it? The storm after the 4th of July or something. All the Easter egging.
Yeah.
Ed Sheeran's been sharing old photos. Selena Gomez, like, they're both promoting each other. The only thing that Taylor has posted this year is "This is so good" or "God" or something, and she had 12 Ds in there for TS12. People are also speculating is that going to be what her album's about? I mean, we know she's in love and she tends to write about what she's doing. Is that going to be a big brag kind of album?
Yeah.
12
I don't
Ds?
know.
I mean, come on.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, that's what you meant.
Yeah. That's just a theory that I saw. That's not my brain putting that together necessarily.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, contrary to popular belief, even though we have this podcast, we actually don't know what Taylor Swift is planning. So I don't know. Do we like put up like a poll on our Instagram and have people vote? Like, what do we do?
I mean, I'm not opposed to that.
Let the people speak.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And so here's another issue. If we get into Evermore, and then if she drops Debut and Reputation somewhat close together, do we? I don't know.
I don't know. That's why, given the whole trademark situation, I'm kind of also maybe leaning towards we do these one-off songs. We could do Safe and Sound, Eyes Open, Two is Better Than One, Sweeter Than Fiction, like those types of songs for the summer. And then if nothing happens with an announcement or anything when the trademark is up, then we figure that out. I don't know. I also don't want to be the one that like makes the decision.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
That was bold, Amy.
I know.
What, just jump into Evermore?
No.
Oh.
Gosh, no.
What are you saying?
No, the one-offs.
Oh, the one-offs.
Yeah,
for the summer.
For the summer.
Well, let us know what you think we should do.
Yeah,
you
let us know.
Join us at station.page/13. That's where we have the Lobster Lounge set up, where we just like to talk and geek out with fellow Swifties. And weird, I'm looking at a comment right now from RepClown513 that said, my favorite part of the show is how much we are waiting for your Evermore breakdown. So let us know.
Also, let's say the week that this episode posts, the week that Lacey's speech episode posts, we will post something on our Instagram at the 13 Podcast where you can vote and let your voice be heard, and we can all discuss it on social media so that you guys can also chime in. I know we get voicemails and comments and stuff, but we'll have one singular post dedicated to voting or figuring that out together.
But hold on, is our podcast a democracy? Does that mean just because they say it, that's what we're going to do?
No, but it'd be nice to kind of know.
I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm kidding. I do want to know what people actually do want to hear.
Yeah.
Because it is a predicament.
Because, I mean, I feel like all of us as Swifties are on this boat. You know, like, not just as a podcast production-wise, but just kind of in general as Swifties, we're like, what are we doing?
Yeah. And it is nice to have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is nice to know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Far in advance.
And like the voicemail said, you know, like our listeners also like to know what they're looking forward to instead of being like, oh, what are we doing this week? What are we talking about? So,
we'll
but in the meantime, we do at least know what we're doing for our next episode.
Goodness
and
gracious.
I kind of just want to tease it and not say what it is because in my opinion, it is one of the hardest things in my Swiftie career that I have ever had to do.
Yeah. I still don't have it finalized.
Me too.
I don't either.
I have like them leaning on the fence, like, which one do I pick? It could be either one.
Yeah.
How do I cut one out?
We will say one of the fan favorites on the podcast is our ranking episodes. So it is a ranking episode, but it's the hardest ranking I've ever done.
All right. So if you haven't already, subscribe to us on whatever podcasting platform you're listening to us on right now. All the ways to get in touch with us, our phone number, our email, our website is in the description of this podcast. Join us next time for something
crazy.
Thanks for listening. The 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. Subscribe for free and leave a positive review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.